It's not about the money, then who's better, you or Splashy?
I'm kind of the opposite personality of Splashy, so I'm going to just leave it we're both tough. Y'all just might as well add me to y'all Mount Rushmore.
Hey, talk your talk. Hey, talk your talk, man.
Are you ready for more Season 5 events? This weekend, aboard the Concha del Mar and in the city, if you want double XP, the Rec is the place to be. Next weekend, the Concha del Mar has an all-new event, Sink or Swim. If you thought the aquarium in 2K16 was cool, wait until you see this. Play 5-on-5 games on the brand-new aquarium court as you compete for 3 tiers of rewards. In the city, it's Rival Day, where all 4 affiliations will battle for the Season 5 championship. So whether you're a Knight, Viper, Wildcat, or Beast, I better see you out there. But that's about it for me. Get out there and get to level 40.
Welcome to this new episode of NBA 2K TV.
Since last week's episode, 2 of our community members are $200,000 richer.
Yes, with the My Team Unlimited tournaments wrapped, we now have 2 champions, and in case you missed any of the action, don't worry, we're recapping the highlights this week.
And stay tuned because we have the post-game interviews with the winners. Let's get started. First up, here's the Last Gen Championship.
The My Team Unlimited Championship Finals started with Last Gen as Swaggy P. Holmes looked to defeat last year's runner-up, Eyeball Splash. With $200,000 on the line, Game 1 started off with both players getting a feel for each other. Splash hit a 3 with Chris Mullen to take a 2-point lead, but Swaggy P. Holmes countered with a 3 of his own with Jalen Rose. They ended the first quarter with Splash leading 14-11. In the second quarter, Splash was ready to take control of the game. After a Cedric Maxwell 3, Splash took a 22-15 lead. Swaggy P. Holmes said, "Not on my watch." After getting an Anthony Davis dunk and a Kevin Garnett offensive rebound putback, Swaggy tied the game at 25. Splash responded with a "yes, on your watch." Splash would steal the ball with Cedric Maxwell and hit a 3 to take a 31-25 lead at the half.
It was tied, and all of a sudden you're down by 6 when you blink.
In the third quarter, Swaggy P. Holmes fought his way back, hitting a 3 with Kevin Garnett to make it a 1-point game, trailing 30-31. But Splash turned it up a notch to blow the game wide open, after splashing 3 after 3 after 3, while Swaggy P. Holmes struggled to score. Splash took a 54-39 lead heading into the fourth.
Outscored him 29-14.
Wow.
In the third.
Splash ended up winning Game 1 65-47, and 1 game closer to winning the $200,000.
Splash takes Game 1. Woo! By a big margin of victory.
In Game 2, Swaggy P. Holmes locked in on the offensive side of the ball to keep pace with Splash. In the second quarter, Swaggy caught fire with Jalen Rose and hit back-to-back 3s for an 18-16 lead. After getting a defensive stop, Swaggy hit a mid-range jumper with Lonzo Ball to go up 4. But Splash replied with a mid-range jumper by Chris Mullen to cut the deficit to 3 at 20-23. To close out the first half, Swaggy took it up strong to the rack with Kobe to take a 25-20 lead at the half.
It's halftime now. Let's talk about the changes that Swaggy has made
Not giving
in
the
this
3?
game.
Yeah, he's not giving up the 3.
To start the third, Swaggy upped his defensive intensity with a Lonzo Ball steal and a Kevin Garnett block. Speaking of Garnett, Swaggy hit a 3 with him and another Kobe dunk to take a double-digit lead of 30-20. But then, Splash went on one of his typical runs. A David Robinson layup evened up the score at 32 and capped his 13-0 run with a Giannis 3 to take his first lead since the start of the second quarter, 35-32. With 1.9 seconds left in the third, it was a long inbound pass to Wilt Chamberlain for the dunk that gave Splash a 39-37 lead.
Brutal. Backbreaker.
We've got 1 quarter left.
In the fourth, Swaggy and Splash threw haymaker after haymaker, exchanging the lead. With 23 seconds left, Swaggy missed a three-pointer with Jalen Rose, only to have Splash come right back down and hit his three with Chris Mullin to ice the game and finish with a final score of 55-49. Splash finally got the monkey off his back. He is the last gen champion and leaves the tournament with $200,000.
Welcome. Congratulations, Splash, on this victory, 200K.
Thank you.
I see you got your entourage there. Were they're talking to you the whole time, or they're being silent?
They letting me know what I got when I'm not paying enough attention, letting me know it's 0-0, call a timeout. They just my brothers, so they just here to support. Same thing with my girl, so we just all here as a family.
All right, how you feeling? 200K richer.
I mean, listen, everybody who's been following me for a couple months, I told everybody it was going to be a Michael Jordan story. I had to qualify 4 times, had a 25% chance the last 2 times to qualify. I came in, I did what I was supposed to. I told everybody if I make finals, it was over. Like, that was it. We don't do game 3s. It's only sweeps around here. I know y'all got a little scary, but we only do sweeps around here. So I'm feeling amazing, and hopefully this can break the curse. Last time it was 3 second places. Hopefully this starts the first place curse, because that's a good curse, and that's what I'm looking forward to right now.
I know you and I have talked a ton of times about being runner-up and just how much that stung. Do you get a little pressure off your shoulders? You feel like the monkey's off your back, and now you can focus in on what you got to do?
Yeah, it's about time. We finna go straight into the 2K League, so it's just like full circle. So hopefully this first place just gets me to where I am. I have all that off my shoulders. I had a chip on my shoulder from last year, lost a tough match in game 3, lost on next gen. I actually want to be the first person to qualify on both, so at least I came and made some noise, and I believe this win stabilized me as like the best 2K player. I've been in the finals of the 2K League, been in the finals of the Olympics, back-to-back finals in my team. I finally get a win, so y'all just might as well add me to y'all Mount Rushmore.
Hey, talk your talk. Hey, talk your talk, man.
How good does this feel to come out here and finally win that $200,000?
It's no words to describe it right now. That's $200K in my pocket at the end of the day that I get to spread with my family, my brothers, everybody. But it feels just good. Like, you won. You finally won. Like, it's over. I don't got to worry about nothing anymore, like, except for next year and just locking in for the 2K League. So, honestly, I feel good.
Are you looking forward to next year? 2K23?
Yes, next year, I will 100% be back. Y'all remember last year, even after I lost, Ronnie tweeted me, let me know. Do I have any words to say to everybody? I will be back again. Hopefully on both gens this time, if it is 2 gens, but 100% you'll never keep me out of this tournament no matter what anybody does.
Congratulations once again, Eyeball Splash, on winning the My Team Unlimited $250,000 tournament, 200K richer. Go have some dinner, go to a steakhouse, so celebrate that win.
Thank you. All of you have a good day, and let's lock in for this next series.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Lewis Cole. I have a song in NBA 2K22. It's a nice medium-tempo funk track you can listen to while you windmill on your friends.
That's right, you may have heard Lewis Cole's Weird Part of the Night while leveling up in the park. And you'll be hearing more from the Ninja Tune record label as a part of the new Season 5 soundtrack drop. Check them out. Good beats for grabbing massive buckets. Congratulations once again to Splash for taking the 2K22 My Team Unlimited Championship title in the last gen tournament. Now onto current gen, also known as next gen. Some of you may already know the winner, but before we talk about that, here's a look at what went down. Could Ty become the second favorite of the day to take home the big check for 200K?
A lot of people said, Ty's not good at next gen, so proving people wrong is always fun.
Not if Definitively could have a say.
It will be the hardest game probably I've ever playing against Ty, but I'm confident. I'm confident that I can win.
In Game 1, David Robinson kicked off the game for Definitively with a big wing 3 and delivered another minute later.
Hey, that's green.
At the end of quarter one, Definitively was sitting on a 27-15 advantage against Ty Debo's normally unmatched defense.
Definitively is making this look easy.
Quarter two brought more of the same with a Chris Mullin 3.
Ooh.
Then a second chance Yao basket to go up 18 points.
Yow.
Ty focused on high percentage looks, including a Giannis side pop with a minute to go in the half, which ended at a 40-30 disadvantage for the defending champ.
That's tough.
In the fourth, Definitively's lead proved to be insurmountable. In an impressive fashion, Definitively defeated Ty Debo in game one.
I mean, this is 17-point L.
In game two, a second quarter connection issue caused a delay and disqualification.
Two-way Rocco is going to take the win for game two, which leads us to this moment right now. It's game three with everything on the line. Will our champion be Definitively or two-way Rocco? Game three, it's underway right now.
I mean, we're 20 minutes away from giving out $200K. It's nuts.
A Bol dunk and a Luka 3 brought us pinball action at 11-10.
It's funny how he makes Luka look like a little guy.
Right.
Ty continued to find open shooters in the first quarter, making his first 6 3-point shots. After 5 minutes, Ty Debo's lead was 22-14.
That's greatness right there.
Quarter three continued the accelerated pace. Each team scored in under 10 seconds.
Do not lose sight of that guy.
And Ty did what he always does, forcing turnovers and taking great shots.
Got to stop giving up these threes.
Luka's 12th point for Ty came on a driving dunk. And by quarter end, Ty Debo led 65-55.
This is going to be intense.
This year's tournament came down to one final quarter. Cade Cunningham made the lead 15 for Ty, who then stole the ball and scored again.
I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling, right? $200K?
Ty Debo was dominating the points off the turnover battle, 18-0 with under 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, there we go.
Baby, that might have been the
yeah.
Definitively played honorably, and we extend our congratulations to Ty Debo on being Current Gen's My Team Unlimited champion.
Ty, congratulations. It's been wild because me and Scott, we saw you win the 100,000, the global championships, the My Team last year, now this year. What's that feeling like? I mean, the only other thing that you need to add to your resume from a 2K perspective is joining the 2K League and winning a championship over there. And I think I asked you the same question if that's going to be down the road. But, dude, 500 grand in 3 years is insane.
Yeah, it's just, I know I made the comment before, it's not about the money. You know, I just love the opportunity to compete, and that's why I was so upset on Current Gen. It's like, I didn't just lose, I lost out on that opportunity to compete.
Let's just put it out there. If it's not about the money, then who's better, you or Splashy?
We're both tough. I'm kind of the opposite personality of Splashy, so I'm going to just leave it with we're both tough.
Now that the money is legitimately yours, what you going to do with that bread, bro?
Trying to be smart with it, man. I'm blessed with this opportunity. A lot of people would just go crazy with it, and I mean, maybe that's what I should do, but just trying to be smart with it and make the most of this blessing.
We had an idea for some more money. Pay-per-view, you versus Splash, maybe for some YouTube content, possibly. Just throwing that out there.
I think if we did like a current gen, next gen thing, one game on current gen, one game on next gen, and then, you know, if we split that would be fun, because, you know, obviously he came on current gen, wasn't where he's supposed to be. I came on next gen, wasn't where he's supposed to be. But, you know, meeting at the top, hopefully next year, but that would definitely be some pay-per-view content.
Already looking forward to next year. Thank you so much again for joining us, and congratulations. Man, go have some fun tonight.
Thank you. No doubt will.
Hey, 2K TV fans, it's Matt Cord, the voice of the Philadelphia 76ers PA guy, and guess what? I've locked out all the other PAs to do more episodes of the top plays of the week, so hurry up before the producers get the key. First play today is from the Entopia YT on the Concha Del Mar. Rim running is rewarded with the lob. Look at this, sends it through the legs and then through the rim. Oh my! second is Carlos Masingo in the rack. He's sprinting up the court. Looks like his teammate is getting a lob. No way. Think again, because one good lob deserves another. Huge ground covering slam. Oh, my. Third is Ben, 4-3-0, way too many numbers, but he's in the rack, breaking up the play on defense, hustling up court to find a lane, and powering the windmill dunk through the rim. A stellar 4-point swing. Our judges give it 10s across the board. Closing out with DJ Uchiha. And who doesn't like a fast break alley-oop? How about throwing this one off the glass and then finish in reverse? Drives this one directly into top plays. Vote now for your top play of the week. And remember that you can be on 2K TV just by submitting your best plays using the hashtag 2KTVWow. Now, I got to get out of here quick, so I'll see you inside your next Philadelphia 76er game in NBA 2K22.
Next week, we're wrapping up Season 5 with a special installment of 2K TV versus the world.
And we'll have some cool, but maybe fairly unknown tips for Play Now Online fans.
Until then, enjoy the game. See you next week.
Point guard, 6'1", number 15. The big man in the middle, at 7 feet tall, number 20, Hassan Whiteside. At forward, 6'7", number 3, O.G. Anunoby. At forward, 6'9", wearing number 43, Pascal Siakam. At guard, 6'1", number 23, Fred. The Toronto Raptors head coach is Nick Nurse. Let me hear one more time for your Toronto.
Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Hi folks, Brian Anderson coming to you courtside with Chris Webber and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, take it away.
Jason Tatum already an all-star, but he won't rest until he's a superstar. He said, quote, "Nobody puts higher expectations on me than myself. When I have big games, I try not to get too excited because the guys I look up to, they do it often. I want to get to the point where when I do it, it's kind of like another night." Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Toronto Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Orlando, going up against the Magic. Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. They've got Peyton Pritchard. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Cantor in at the center position. And for the Raptors, Van Vliet teams with Anunoby on the perimeter. Hassan Whiteside is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. And talking end-of-season awards, Chris, for Defensive Player of the Year, why do you think no guard has won it since Gary Payton in '96?
Well, because no guard has been as intense as Gary Payton. There's never been a defensive point guard like Gary Payton. You kind of have to know Gary to understand how crazy he is to want to defend the best guards 94 feet. But no, Gary Payton, he's just a special player, and it's going to be hard to see players have that impact in the game.
Driving in, Siakam can be such a menace for the defense. Hard to get in the way of his physicality.
Here's Brown. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
Van Vliet outside. Whiteside with a screen on Brown. Here's Van Vliet. Outside for Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Whiteside down low. Cantor's there. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. About a minute into this first quarter. Outside, Brown. DeRozan outside. No good on the three. To the middle. And there's Siakam. That one's good on the assist from Van Vliet.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
DeRozan against Anunoby. Shot on the wing. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Up top, Siakam. Hounded by Tatum. Siakam, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
DeRozan passes to Brown. Cantor with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Brown. Here's Cantor. Shoots over Siakam. Cantor's shot is good.
Oh, nice touch from the mid-range. You give Cantor this shot, he's happy to take it.
And the defensive shortcomings of Enes Kanter have been chronicled. But, Chris, he's a beast in the paint.
Terrific hands. His rebounding and interior scoring are what make him an NBA player.
Now here's DeRozan. Against Minnesota, he was really on his game. Cantor with a screen on Mitchell. DeRozan into the lane. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And DeRozan, just so crafty on those moves, slips right through the contact for the finish.
Here's Siakam. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first.
That one on Tatum.
No debate there. He got hammered. And dominating at a mid-major university. Some scouts question Siakam's level of competition during the 2016 draft process, especially since his numbers were so good.
The first free throw is good. Also affecting Siakam's draft stock, huh? He was 3 or 4 years older than many of his peers.
Well, what's interesting is that player evaluation has become such a science. But sometimes the variables can lead you astray, and you have to go by the eye test. Siakam was in that cohort.
Siakam hits them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. Cantor sets a screen. Fires top of the key. And it's Tatum missing. For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 5 to start today's game. Anunoby for 3. Sinks the tray.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early. Boston
trailing. First First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. DeRozan passes to Canner. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Canner's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Van Vliet against Brown. Outside Mitchell. With the drive, it's tipped.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Pritchard. 9 points for him in his last game. Over Mitchell. Pritchard gets it to go.
Pritchard.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 to get things underway. Pass to Whiteside. Outside Mitchell. Boston with a rebound.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Tatum finds DeRozan. Here's Canner. Checked by Mitchell. Fades. And the shot no good. A bit short. Toronto trailing. Pass to Van Vliet. And it's Canner with a rebound. Canner's got 5 rebounds in the game. DeRozan outside. Canner with a screen on Anunoby. And DeRozan, here we go. Misses from short range. The Raptors shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Siakam. Whiteside with a screen on Tatum. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Nwaba, he's checked in for Whiteside. Pass to Mitchell. Van Vliet outside. Clock at 4. Now Siakam. Left side Nwaba. Brown with the steal. Here's Pritchard. Looking at his production. Close to 12 points a game. Outside Brown. Pass to Brown. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Siakam outside. And here's Van Vliet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Brown with the block. Inside is Pritchard over Van Vliet. Pritchard, no good.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Van Vliet, the pass to Nwaba. And it's Van Vliet off the drive. Rejected by Brown. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Williams, a screen on Van Vliet. He takes it in. And Brown with the stuff.
Body and agility rare considering Brown's size. That's why he's always been such an intriguing prospect.
It's a t-shirt bonanza. Make some noise. All right, looking for the North Court. Come on and get loud for your Northside crew.
with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Anunoby. Forbes comes in for Van Vliet. And it's Flynn in for Mitchell. And for the Raptors, they're shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Boucher a screen on Brown. It's Siakam with the drive. Comes up empty from 8 feet. The Celtics have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Pass to Man. Down low. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Now here's Siakam. His last outing, he had 24 points. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
On defense, the Celtics. It's a 5-point game. To the inside. Here's Williams. And it's Boucher with the rebound. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Forbes. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Flynn. A shot to stop the drought. No good there. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
To the paint. And Williams punches it home.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
T-shirt time! Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew! Look who's coming on the court. Come on, get down for your Northside Crew.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Jaylen Brown.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Here's Flynn. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Brown against Siakam. They need this. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last.
Still Raptors ball.
Siakam, the pass to Nwaba. Shot clock at 3. Here's Boucher.
And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage.
Pass to Man. There's Nesmith with the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Well, there's too many empty possessions. I mean, they struggled to keep any kind of momentum.
And finished off by Boucher.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Inside. Oh, deflected. Here's Williams. Pass to Nesmith. Williams with the screen.
2 minutes
goes back up. Siakam pulls down the board.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Down low. Here's Forbes. Boucher on the screen. Off target from three-point range. Boston on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Everyone knew Williams would take a little time to mature. But C-Webb, now he has, and he's making an impact.
Well, he was kind of a boom or bust prospect for that reason. He has all the physical abilities in the world, good instincts for the game. It's great to see him holding himself accountable at a high level. He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
1:10 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Brown. The baseline J. That one a little long. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. Siakam with it. Back to Flynn. On the wing, Nwaba. Here's Forbes. Boston with a rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Man. He's guarded by Nwaba. Pass to Brown. Goes up. He gets it in there.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Toronto trailing. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Brown against Siakam. Tries to break his ice. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And so it's Boston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. We'll be back in a moment. And one of the game's most imposing offensive rebounders. Enes Kanter says his play can have an emotional impact.
It was an extra position, and it's demoralized the opponents. And I think it gives my teammates so much confidence. Tell them, hey, shoot it with confidence. And if you miss him, I'm going to go get it for you.
Grant, you can really sense that passion Kanter brings to the game.
You really can, B.A. I mean, he puts his heart into everything he does on and off the court.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated, seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Jason Tatum out there with Moses Brown. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's DeRozan in at small forward. Now here's Brown. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. DeRozan passes to Brown. Outside Tatum. DeRozan against Nwaba. And it's DeRozan missing.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Pass to Flynn. Into the lane. The kick out to Van Vliet. Balled in by Brown.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Shoots from 12. Here's Brown. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
To the middle. Here's Anunoby. Rebound Boston. Outside, Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Nwaba against DeRozan. Brown, a screen on Nwaba. Here's DeRozan. Lays it up and banks it in. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Van Vliet against Brown. And again, Toronto no good.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Tatum finds DeRozan. And here's Tatum. 4-3. And Anunoby pulls it down. For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Van Vliet outside. Looking at the modern game, Grant, what adjustments would you have to make in your game to thrive in the league today?
Well, I would have worked more on developing the three-point shot. Back in the 90s, it was more about the mid-range game, a la Michael Jordan. These guys now, they live at the arc, and that's just not how we did it back in the day when I was playing.
Down to section, one, a T-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, your north side crew. Ladies and gentlemen, your north side crew.
Whiteside, he's checked in for Toronto. Mitchell comes in for Flynn. Canner's checked in for Boston. Here's Pritchard. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Outside Tatum. "16 feet out. That one is off. And Toronto will come the other way. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
It really was the strength of their D helping them to force a lot of mistakes.
Oh, boy, that was the kind of effort coaches love to see. So active, such energy at the defensive end.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Nwaba against DeRozan. Cantor with a screen on Whiteside. Tatum can't hit. For Toronto, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Pass to Whiteside. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Not to be denied. Whiteside's NBA career didn't start until he was 25. Works for those hoops.
Now here's Brown. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Minnesota.
So many of his points came at the line. The D was trying to play him physically, and he just said, yeah, bring it.
Here's Van Vliet. After the basket by Boston. No good that time.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Outside Tatum. Off target with the 3.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
BA, the Boston Celtics last year had the team's worst win percentage in the last 6 seasons. The front office admitted, as constituted, they were not a championship caliber team. Now, for this proud franchise, accustomed to competing deep into the playoffs, the question becomes, how do they get back on top?
Yeah, that's a big one. Good stuff there, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, BA, and you know, everybody wants to compare everyone. You know, Tatum's like Kobe. Tatum's like Paul Pierce. But you watch Tatum, he's carved out a niche of his own.
Now here's Mitchell. A 14-point game for him in the win against Indiana. Van Vliet pass to Whiteside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Oh, nice quick decision-making by Whiteside right there. He's setting a good screen and roll with purpose.
And the unique blend of size and skill makes Tatum difficult to match up with, Chris.
Bigger defenders can't mirror him. Smaller defenders can't alter his shot. And he's still at the beginning stages of his development.
Anunoby finds Mitchell. To the inside. Van Vliet.
Boston foul. Jason Tatum. That's his 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
Hard to think of a player who's transformed more than Van Vliet. Undrafted, spent some time in the G League. Now he's a primary catalyst for his team.
That free throw good from Van Vliet. The Celtics making a switch here. Both shots good from the strike. Boston has gone 2 of 5 from deep here in the second. Pass to Tatum. Top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Anunoby's got 5 rebounds in the game. A true all-around talent. Van Vliet gives you the big things and all the little things as well, Grant.
Well, you talk about the points, the assists, but look at the rebounding and the steals and the charges he takes. I mean, he's a glue guy and a star.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
And another area where they've been on point is defending the rim. A lot of blocks through the first 2 quarters.
Your north side Bruce.
Raptors with some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Nwaba, and Forbes subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Williams is checked in for Boston. Mann comes in for Pritchard. Mitchell finds Siakam. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his first.
Okay, let's bring up the list of the top foul shooters among post players this season. Second, Pascal Siakam.
And I love how these bigs take the touch they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
Yeah, because you know if you're going to be spending the majority of your time in the paint, you're going to get to the line a lot. So it serves you well to hit your free throws.
That's good from Siakam.
An incredibly improved player. Pascal Siakam scored just 4 points a game as a rookie, then 7 in his second year. But Siakam worked hard, becoming an all-star in year 4, almost scoring 23 per game.
The Celtics making a switch here. Neesmith's checked in. Siakam hits them both.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Boston's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Kenner. Here's Neesmith. 6 to shoot. Pulls it from the top of the key. Mitchell grabs a miss.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Here's Whiteside. Back to Forbes. Siakam outside. There's a screen by Whiteside. The drive by Siakam. That shot off. And Boston going the other way now. Williams on the wing. Pass to Neesmith. Cantor with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Neesmith. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Main strength of Whiteside's game to me is his long reach. It allows him to block and cover the shots.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Raptors have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Siakam with it. Give him 8 points now. Unable to get that one. Good D by Cantor. Driving in. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
And even with someone on, Morris is just a master at getting those shots over. Just an impressive player down low.
Pass to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. And it's Cantor with a rebound. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Mann. Checked by Mitchell. Cantor with a screen on Mitchell. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And the Raptors making a change here. Boucher's checked in. Now off the inbound. Neesmith's shot is off.
He hasn't hit a single shot yet, but somehow as a team, they're getting it done.
Mitchell, the pass to Siakam. Outside Mitchell.
Boston foul. Terrence Mann.
Flynn, he's checked in for Toronto.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Raptors, Malachi Flynn.
Celtics on D. Leading by 12. Yes, it's good. Forbes has got his first points of the night.
Nice sequence off the inbound. Ball movement and player movement creating the good look.
Unloads. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game, and that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Boucher on the screen. Here's Flynn. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Nesmith. What? No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Anunoby on the wing. Unloads from 13. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Nesmith. On the wing man. Lets it go from deep. Forbes with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's 1:40 left in the second period. Shot clock at 6. Here's Flynn, and he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there, and that's going to be a foul on Boston.
At the line for Toronto, Malachi Flynn. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Nesmith. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Fires for 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Here's Siakam. And again, no good by Toronto. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Nesmith. Brown, a screen on Siakam. Lets it go from 11. Can't get it to drop. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles.
And then Siakam with the jam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Here's Nesmith. Brown, a screen on Anunoby. Tries to snap the cold streak. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in the game. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Williams with the screen. Second shot opportunity. And that one's good. Man. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to play.
And so it's Boston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Happy to have you with us. Let's start things off with our Players of the Week. Looking at the Eastern Conference, Jason Tatum.
Reminds me of the Swiss Army knife forward Jason Tatum. It's amazing how well developed a scorer he is at such a young age. What's even more amazing is fans really get on him when he's not producing at the highest level. A little bit ungrateful, if you ask me.
All right, now let's get into our game. It ended up being a strong first half for the Celtics.
They're in good shape thanks to the work they're doing on the glass. Their effort has been excellent. The numbers are too, and I don't see those numbers dropping off. They're going to keep doing the dirty work in the second half.
And that's it for the halftime show. Time to send you back to the game.
Shaq, stop doing the wave.
I can't stop, Kenny. Look at the fans. Hey.
Come on, Kenny. Catch the wave with us. Ooh, that's nice, Shaq.
Yeah, Ernie. You got a lot of rhythm, Ernie.
Very rhythmic.
Yes.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Anunoby the 3 with Siakam at the 4. Fred VanVleet out there with Mitchell. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
That's exactly what the coaching staff wants to see out of DeRozan. The hair trigger release, the decisiveness.
And defying the analytics trend, DeRozan's favorite shot still remains the mid-range jumper.
I mean, they've tried to stretch him out with uneven results. Maybe better to surround him with three-point shooters, create space in the medium range area to maximize his effectiveness.
Here we have the 2K leaderboard breaking down the top blockers in the league last month. Number 1, Hassan Whiteside. Second, Chris Boucher.
And guys have been thinking twice about shooting when these two are in the area. An impressive display of shot blocking from these guys.
4 on the clock. The drive by Mitchell. With 1 on the clock. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, if you're Whiteside, that's how you do it. You come out, you bust your tail, you compete at a high level.
Pass to Brown. And there's the drive.
That's how you feel?
Oh!
Okay. You can't teach that. Brown just showing off his incredible dunking ability.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Mitchell, looking to get it going. Rebound Boston. They've led by as many as 14.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Back to Tatum. DeRozan, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Tatum. Basket counts. And now a 12-point Boston lead.
Once Tatum is around, the contact is over. I mean, a little room and all he needed to score.
Now VanVleet. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. There's the 3. Toronto the rebound. Outside for Mitchell. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
Some of it's good defense and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out.
DeRozan, a screen on Anunoby. Hits the trifecta. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Their poise has been tremendous. Being excellent at both ends has them increasing this lead.
Now here's VanVleet. To end the run. Rejected by Brown.
Just tenacious defense from Brown right there. I mean, superb at playing shut-down defense and stifling shooters. And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
Pass to Whiteside. Outside Mitchell. Unloads from 13. And again, Toronto, no good.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but we can't get anything to fall.
Now DeRozan. Cantor with a screen on Anunoby. DeRozan against Anunoby. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Hassan Whiteside.
You know, DeRozan has been lucky. He gained so much valuable experience in his career playing on diverse All-Star and Olympic teams.
First free throw is good. Nwaba, he's checked in for Anunoby. DeRozan hits them both. A difficult situation for Toronto. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Last season, Draymond Green called out what he saw as a double standard. When players ask for trades, they're vilified. But teams can announce they're planning to trade a player and sit him on the bench in the meantime, and then it's taken in stride. Guys, he feels like it's disrespectful.
Well, that's something to consider, Allie. Thanks. Good stuff. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Van Vliet against Brown. Van Vliet, the pass to Whiteside. Siakam outside. 6 to shoot. Whiteside with a screen on Tatum. And Siakam, here we go. Yep, that one goes. Siakam's got 12 points in the game.
And just using every inch of his incredible wingspan, Siakam is able to make some creative finishes.
Pass to Brown. Shoots over Siakam. Oh, nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh my, sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game.
The more Siakam uses the three-point shot, the more it helps his game. It makes him the all-around player he needs to be.
And it's stolen by Van Vliet. Mitchell into the lane. Here's Whiteside. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Cantor with a screen on Van Vliet. On the take. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Brown against Van Vliet. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Pritchard. Checked by Mitchell. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, I have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Nwaba. And here's Siakam. 5 to shoot. Whiteside with a screen on Tatum. Siakam, the pass to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Siakam. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Siakam's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Good read from the big man, Whiteside. Look, he scanned the floor well and got it to the open guy.
Pass to DeRozan. Count it.
And after a sketchy first half, they're now looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Toronto has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. Now here's Mitchell. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the basket by Van Vliet.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Celtics call timeout. Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Time to make some noise. All right, looking coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Northside crew.
Here for the Raptors. Boucher's checked in for Whiteside. Forbes comes in for Van Vliet. And it's Flynn in for Mitchell. And the Celtics also making a change. Williams is checked in. And for the Celtics, they're shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Pass to Brown. And the layup falls. Brown's got 15.
Coming out of the break red hot. I mean, they have yet to miss a shot.
And Brown's breakout offensively, it could be a surprise to some, but not to me. It's the end result of continuous gains to his shot-making arsenal.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum way outside. Forbes with the rebound. And you watch teams try to defend Brown. See, Webb, they're not exactly sure what to take away.
Look, you can't go under screens. He's too good of a shooter now. You play him tight, that triggers the drive. And playing him physical sends him to the line where he's improved as well.
Here's Flynn, averaging around 6 a game. Ooh, it's stolen away. And here's the fast break. Here's Pritchard, rejected by Siakam.
And their coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end.
Marcus Morris Sr., Terrence Mann.
So it's Boston now. Outside, Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Outside Nwaba. Inside. Boucher passes to Siakam. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Pass to Forbes. Now Boucher. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Forbes. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. Brown's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And that one's good, man.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Siakam, no good. Boston has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Pass to Brown. They double team Brown. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Flynn to the middle. Here's Forbes. He drops it from range. Forbes has got 5 points.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Back to Brown. And the jam by Brown.
He can go inside, he can shoot it, he can dominate on the fast break. And tonight, Brown is doing it all.
Siakam against Brown. The drive by Siakam. Boston with a rebound. Williams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Brown against Siakam. Brown can't hit. The Raptors shooting 35% in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. Siakam against Brown. Siakam in the post. He's got 17. The drive by Man. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing. Not giving them an inch of space out there.
I'll tell you something else. The points they've scored on the fast break tonight have been a major factor. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Brown with it. Siakam covering. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Down low. And Siakam gets it to go. Siakam's got 9 points in the quarter.
And just a straight baller move from Siakam. I mean, shrugging off the coverage and keeping his focus on that basket.
1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Brown finds Brown. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Boucher a screen on Brown. Here's Flynn. Outside for Boucher. Back to Flynn. Pass to Boucher. To the paint. Here's Flynn. Williams defending. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Shot from the top of the key. And they'll get another chance. Second chance effort. No good on the shot. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Celtics delivering the blowout. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Boston, Neesmith out there with Edwards. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Marcus Morris. And it's Williams in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Chioza, hounded by Tatum. Pass to Şengün. Another shot with the clock winding down. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. You know, Chris, recently we heard LeBron James say, looking back on the infamous decision broadcast, he said he fell on his sword for other athletes to feel empowered.
Well, look, LeBron's one of the greatest players of all time. He came into this league right out of high school. If he didn't make a mistake or two, I mean, he wouldn't be human, right? I mean, yeah, that wasn't a great way to tell his fans I'm not coming back. But I think one of the best things you can do is to apologize and move on, and there's a greater lesson than that. LeBron's done that. You know, let's keep it moving. He can't live his life just to please others.
Boston has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Van Vliet against Brown. Tatum from long range. No good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Van Vliet. Shoots over Tatum. They get it again.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Here's Pritchard. Brown finds DeRozan. Back to Brown. Pass to Canner. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game. Whiteside with a screen on Brown. Van Vliet, the pass to Whiteside. He goes up again, and he lays it in. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, not only where he's most comfortable, it's also where he's most dominant. Whiteside, a towering presence inside.
Pass to Brown. Canner with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Brown. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Brown's got 14 points here in the second half.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Outside Mitchell. And C-Webb, you had such a well-rounded game, especially for a big man in your era. How do you think your game influenced big men that are playing today?
Well, I definitely see parts of my game, you know, in a lot of guys that play today, and hopefully the fact that, you know, I proved that as a big man, you can step out, you can ball handle, you can pass, you can just be a player. Hopefully that allows them a little bit of freedom to do their thing, because these players today are great. Even if I see parts of my game in there, man, they're doing the work and they're taking the game to the next level.
Now here's Canner. Kick out to Brown. The three-pointer off the mark.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
The ball's knocked loose. Pass to DeRozan. Rebound by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 rebounds now. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The three. And it's Cantor with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Pritchard. Over Mitchell. No good. A bit long that time. The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet against Brown. And the Raptors miss again. For Boston, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Here's Cantor. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first.
And the NBA and its players taking an active role socially. Grant, talk about what you're seeing now and how it registers with you.
Well, you know, it's exciting, it's inspiring, it's patriotic. It's what America is, being able to exercise your voice and helping to form a more perfect union. So that's what it's all about, and I'm excited for the league and its players, and it's inspiring, like I said.
And he drops the first. We'll see, Webb, what a terrific development it's been to see the resurgence of pro hoops in New York.
For sure, B.A. The league is always more fun when there's buzz in the Big Apple, you know. Here's hoping the New York teams make some noise in the next few years to come.
Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Toronto. And both free throws good from Cantor.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Mitchell. And he drives in. Shot clock at 5. Siakam gets the bucket.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Now Brown, guarded by Van Vliet. Cantor with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
To the middle. It's tipped. Tatum with a steal. Floats one up. Blocked. On the break. Van Vliet with it. Picked up by DeRozan. And the basket by Van Vliet.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Woo, scary thought.
Now here's Brown. Driving inside. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Van Vliet. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum from long range. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
Outside Mitchell. And Chris, after about a year where fans weren't allowed in arenas, you think players have a greater appreciation for the energy they bring to the proceedings?
Of course. I think the fans have a greater appreciation. I think the players, I think the referees, I think everyone. You know, the difference between a packed house and an empty arena, that's a big difference. And so the energy of the crowd, man, it's amazing.
Here's Pritchard. Cantor with a screen on Van Vliet. Cantor inside, defended by Whiteside. And Cantor with the slam. That gives him a double-double.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Siakam draws the double. The 3 from Mitchell, and the three-pointer goes.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And Boston calls time here.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew. superstar crew.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
You know what's interesting? It seems like he's hitting everything he's putting up there. I mean, he's caught fire and just has continued on with the attack. I mean, his ability to pick the D apart, wow. So impressive, so incredible.
Well, he's getting in a groove at the perfect time, just as they're getting ready to do battle in the postseason. Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Canner with a screen on Anunoby. Here's DeRozan. Ooh, Whiteside with the defensive effort. Toronto has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Siakam outside. Over DeRozan, and another basket for Toronto.
Using focus and balance to convert jumpers, wow. Siakam has really improved his shooting.
Pass to Brown. And he lays it up and in. Brown's got 25 points.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Mitchell up top. Siakam with it. Shoots over Tatum. Siakam, no good. Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Pass to Brown. Going inside, and Brown with the stuff.
You gotta love how Brown finishes strong, driving fast and hard to the cup for the rim rocking Shazam.
Siakam against Tatum. Siakam outside. Mitchell, a screen on Tatum. Here's Siakam, outside for Mitchell, and out of bounds. Boston will have it.
That's just a needless giveaway. You gotta make the defense work for their turnovers.
Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Outside, Brown takes a three. Rebound by the Raptors. And here's Anunoby to the inside. Whiteside, the pass to Anunoby. Back to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Pass to Whiteside. Anunoby on the wing. From about 16. That shot, no good. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. DeRozan, a screen on Siakam. Tatum. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Inside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Chris, you had great success playing in a small market, but there's a growing concern with stars gravitating to the coast that the small market teams are facing too much of an uphill climb.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate over the importance of parity, BA. I mean, TV ratings favor the super teams, but, you know, for myself and really for any athlete, we should like giving every team a chance to compete. So, yeah, I hope it stays an even and a level playing field for all teams, no matter where they're located.
And it's Mitchell, the miss. Boston has gone 1 for 5 from downtown here in the fourth. Up top, Tatum. Pass to Brown. Now here's Canner. Anunoby covering. Boston again missing. Toronto shooting a low 30% from the floor. Siakam with it. Now guarded by Brown. Mitchell, the pass to Siakam. Mitchell, a screen on Brown. Outside Anunoby. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
And it's clear who the better team is. They sweep the 4-game season series, just dominating them.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jaylen Brown.
No fatigue in this fellas tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And so here is Toronto. Here's Flynn. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Whiteside has good hands, and I think it helps him on his jumpers. It adds some touch on those shots.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Thank you very much. Jaylen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jaylen.
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Chris Webber, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.